So in this portion of the test, I will be re-examining my ID number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the test does have 3 parts, and of course you'll be asked some of the questions at part 1, then we'll go to part 2 and part 3. So what's your full name?
Well, my full name is Rifha.
Okay, so how may I call you?
You may call me as Rifha.
So Rifha, do you work or study?
I am a student, so I study.
What do you study nowadays?
I'm a student of VNSC, class 8.
Could you please tell me about your most favorite subject at your class?
Sure. So my favorite subject of my school is arts and crafts, as I'm good at painting and drawing pictures. So I'm pretty much interested in this. Besides, I also like English, as we know that English is very important for us. I also think that I'm pretty good at expressing my thoughts in English. So both of them are my favorite subjects.
So could you please tell me, have you ever painted something for your family members?
No, I still didn't got the opportunity, but I am looking forward to doing something mesmerizing in the future.
So let me ask you more questions about a restaurant. How often do you visit a restaurant?
Well, I'm not a go-to-go person of going to a restaurant. I prefer home-cooked meals rather than the restaurant foods, as we know that in the restaurant they use a lot of oils and they are totally unhealthy for us. So I do prefer the home-cooked meals, which my mom cooks for me. But sometimes I do go to the restaurant near our house once or twice a month. It's because I love spending quality times with my families.
So when do you visit a restaurant? What kind of foods you love to have?
I basically love Chinese and Thai restaurant because the foods and the taste is very cool and sovereign. So I do prefer going to a Chinese or Thai restaurant.
So this is the end of your IELTS speaking test part 1. Let's move on to part 2. In this portion of the test, you will be given a card, and here is your card. Don't touch it until I do ask you to do so. And of course, you will be given 1 minute to take some preparation. So this is the card, and here is the paper and the pencil. If you want to take some notes, of course you are allowed to take some notes. So if I do 1 minute preparation time, it starts now.
Thank you.
So dear candidate, your 1 minute preparation time is up. So do start speaking, please.
First of all, I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to get myself prepared. So we know that school is the primary stage of our life, and we do learn a lot of things in our school which might be important and valuable in our life. So as I'm still a student, I am still learning, and I do think that I've learned a lot of valuable lessons and things from my school, and I'm still learning. So the most useful and valuable things that I've learned from my school until now that I've seen is reading or spoken test. So the reading and spoken test is the greatest idea that I've seen, which helped me improve myself up to this far. So we know that the spoken and reading test is usually given to the respected teachers of the subject of our school. Either they can be Bangla or English teacher, and then they are given the rules and regulations to how we will evaluate our answers. So in this spoken test, we have to the teachers will give us a book in front of us and will show us a page in which we will need to speak out loudly the sentences. The more nicely we will say the sentence without stopping, the more the marks we will gain. So there are 10 marks in this exam, and if we speak nicely and arrangedly, then we will get the full marks. So I do think that this is a topic which helps me a lot in my life.
This is the end of your IELTS speaking test part 2. Let's move on part 3, and could you please give the card and the paper and the pencil back, and you'll be asked more questions. regarding this topic or in part 3. So, Rifha, with whom you most love to share your ideas?
I think I love sharing my ideas with my friends, my mom, my dad, and all the close people. But I mostly share my ideas and thoughts with my best friend, as I can share a lot of things and she knows me very well.
Do you think it's sometimes really risky sharing our ideas with our friends?
Yes, of course, because we don't have the full insurement that they won't share it to somebody else. But I do think that it's more appropriate to share all your thoughts with the parents, with the mothers, because they're your near ones and they will understand you and will give you the answer nicely. What will we do? They will give us the response. So I do think that it's a little bit risky to share all our thoughts with a best friend. There might be a limitation for this.
So let's talk about learning new skill. Why do people really love to learn new skill?
As we know that our whole life is a presentation, we need to learn a lot of skills for our own life to share our thoughts and feelings. The more skills we will have, the more growth and productivity we'll have in our life. So people nowadays, it's a modern technology-based world. If the more skills we will learn, the more in our position will be. So learning skill is something like adding 0 to 1 and making it more valuable. So I think that's the main thing for.
So which two skills you recommend for the youngsters nowadays as to how they may develop themselves for the future?
First of all, I think social networking or spoken regarding English language is very important. If we learn to present ourselves in front of a dozen group of people or thousands of people, then it's worth it. Besides, I also do think that you should know how to defend yourself. We should know how to protect yourself in any calamities or in any disasters. This is also another thing which I will recommend.
Okay, Rifat, this is the end of your IELTS speaking test, and thank you so much. Have a great day ahead.